everyone, it's Andrew. Welcome back to my channel, Everything Dog. Today I'm here with Charlie and it's that time of the month for our Super Chewer box for October 2022. As you can tell, Charlie is super excited to get the Super Chewer box open. He even dressed up with a shark costume for this video in anticipation of the Halloween themed box. So what we'll do in this video is we'll do a quick review of last month's toys, which were the Bark to School box themed toys, and then we'll do an unboxing and review of the toys for October 2022. If you are interested in signing up for Super Chewer, there will be links below for different promotions and discounts throughout the month. So definitely check those out to your advantage if you're interested in signing up. Okay, so before we open the October 2022 box, I did want to do a 1 month review on last month's toys, which were the Bark to School box themed toys. If you recall from that video, we had 3 separate toys. We had the #1 pencil, the pencil pusher, and then the Tinkles the Gerbil. We'll discuss each of these real quick in detail. So the #1 pencil, if you recall, was a nylon solid toy with this rubber pencil eraser on the end. As anticipated, Charlie didn't really go after the solid nylon because it seems too hard for him, so he doesn't like chewing that. There's a couple areas where he bit on it, but really he didn't chew on that part at all. However, the rubber part, as you can see, he chewed on kind of repeatedly throughout the month, and if you gave it to him, he always preferred to grab the eraser end and he would chew on this. So there's teeth mark on this, but and it's slightly worn here where it's lifting off. However, it's held up its own. Overall, he's played with it on and off throughout the month, but it's not the greatest hit really because it's a solid nylon on this end. But that was the #1 pencil. Next you had the pencil pusher. So this was supposed to be like a pencil sharpener. So it had this solid kind of rubber material on both ends with green on this and a clear on this end. And it was a treat dispensing toy with this round end on the end here. As you can tell, I put peanut butter in here earlier today. Charlie kind of licked at this and went after the toy as far as getting the peanut butter out, but he couldn't get the rest of it. In general, this toy wasn't the best option. As I kind of anticipated, the end here was too open, and so if you put treats in here, they fell out too easily and he wouldn't go after any treats that you put in here. So I found the best option was to essentially put something in here like some sort of treat and then freeze it in the freezer, and so it got stuck in here and he would go after it for a longer period of time. But in general, compared to other treat dispensing toys, he didn't really play with this that much, but it did kind of suffer no damage, but that's really because he didn't use it. So that was the pencil pusher. And then lastly, you had the Tinkles the Gerbil toy. So if you check out my last video, you'll see what this originally looked like, but it was essentially a gerbil themed outer layer that looked like a gerbil animal. It had ears and legs on it. After about 2 days, Charlie kind of ripped that off. He initially ripped off like the ears and the legs, and then he ripped off the entire encasing. And underneath is this rubber toy. So it's a solid rubber toy with ridges. So if you want to put peanut butter or something on these ridges, your dog will go after that. And then it is a squeaker, so it is a loud squeaker. And Charlie's right underneath the camera now because he loves squeakers, but intermittently he'll play with this throughout the month. He's got plenty of squeakers, so this isn't like the top of his list as far as squeakers, but he does play with this whenever the squeaker like you whip it out and squeak it for him. There's a little bit of damage on the front where there's like teeth marks and stuff, but like in general, it hasn't really had much damage beyond that, and the squeaker clearly works really well. So that was Tinkles the Gerbil. No issues with this toy, but in general, like last month, the toys were decent. They weren't the greatest hit, but they've held up throughout the month, and in general, they did get used out of the #1 pencil and definitely Tinkles the Gerbil. However, for the pencil pusher, it just wasn't the greatest option because it wasn't that best as far as treat dispensing because this opening was too high. Beyond that, what we'll do is get the October 2022 Halloween themed box open now. Okay, so here is the October 2022 box, which I anticipate will be Halloween themed. I'm super excited about this box because Halloween is always a great time of year, and there's definitely some good toys for this month. I'll bear with me because Charlie's right underneath the camera, so he might try to reach up while we're doing this, but we'll try to keep him kind of at bay for the time being. So this is Halloween party themed. It shows this dog on the front and the different toys throughout the month. We'll just open this this up and take a look at what's inside. We signed up with 3 separate toys each month, 2 separate treat bags, and then 2 separate treat sticks. We'll start off with the toys. So as you can see, this is the first one. So it says the Blood Chucker. We'll just read the general features. So it says natural rubber core, fabric layer, spot clean only, wacky bounce, and 2 layers of play. And it says crazy cape, fun to toss, tug, and thash. So if you take a look at this, this is like a Dracula themed toy. Has like this bat head with teeth here. Has cloth. It's kind of like this felt kind of velvety type material, and on the side here is a cape that it's kind of like a canvas, I would say. So there's like a cape on the end here, and the overall toy here that kind of has this cloth layer. Feels like rubber, like a rubber ball underneath. We'll kind of see if it squeaks. And it's definitely squeaky, and Charlie almost jumped up for this. But as you can see, it is a squeaker. It's rubber underneath. It's got the 2 layers of play and has this canvas cape. I anticipate Charlie, as always, will kind of rip through the toy. Sorry, he's like looking at this toy and is super excited. He'll probably rip through the outer layer, so the cape probably won't matter that much, and then I'll get to the squeaker underneath. He'll play with this like all the time because he loves squeakers and he loves the rubber toy. So that's the Blood Chucker, which is a pretty cool themed toy. Next we have, this is interesting. Oh gosh, Charlie, no, not yet. Come here, sit. Good boy, nice job. Sorry, he's jumping up here. The Hairwolf, it's rip and reveal. So let's read the features real quick. So rip and reveal, natural rubber core, fabric layer, spot clean only, 2 layers of play, and it says perfect for peanut butter. Add peanut butter or yogurt for the more rewarding time. Kind of gives you a picture of what it looks like with rubber and ridges. It'll probably look very similar to Tinkles the Gerbil underneath. But as you take a look at this, it's got 2 layers of play with the rubber kind of sticking out on the top. Looks like, I guess it's a Hairwolf. It's supposed to be like a werewolf. Doesn't really necessarily look like it, but it's pretty cool. It has a face on it, has the horns, has these kind of hairy eyebrows on the top here, and it's like just this kind of like soft fur material around it. We'll see if it squeaks, and I think it squeaks. It's very hard to squeak though. And Charlie, I don't want to squeak it because Charlie's going to knock over the camera, but that's the Hairwolf. He'll definitely get play out of this. As always, he'll rip off the layer on the outside and he'll go after the rubber. This will definitely be a hit with him. So that's the Hairwolf toy. Next, oh boy. So next we have this toy, which we'll kind of take a look at the name. So it says King Tug, like King Tut. Says, you're okay. It says rubber lined twill, some of the toughest stuff your dog can get their paws on. Reinforced nylon strap, designed and positioned to avoid pinching, wrapped to preserve the body. It's dishwasher safe, and it says natural rubber core, and it's a squeaker. So this is like, they sent similar toys like this in the past couple months, but it's basically this canvas outer layer with a really tough canvas layer on the outside here, with kind of this tug nylon grip here. So you can use this as a tug toy. You can use it as a like a fetch toy, anything like that. Underneath, within this will be a rubber toy that does squeak. This is very similar to a couple months ago. They had the Madagascar themed toy, I think it was, or box, and they had like a canvas leaf with the squeaker in that. It wasn't until this past week that actually Charlie got through the outer canvas layer and got to the squeaker underneath it. So it lasted forever, and he used that as a tug toy, he just kind of chewed on it. So this will definitely be a hit with him as well. We'll see how this squeaks. Usually the squeaker for this is a little bit lower, but it is a really good squeaker here, so it is pretty loud. We'll see if he rips through the outer layer here because the squeaker is so good. But this is a great option for a fetch toy, a tug toy, anything like that. So that's the King Tug. Bear with me because he's super excited. And next we have the pumpkin and honey recipe stick. We've gotten those many times. And then we have the pumpkin and honey recipe chew. So there's 2 separate sticks like that. We've been getting those for months on end. We break them up and throw them into his treat dispensing toys, and he really likes that. And then treat bags, we've got the magic morsels with oatmeal. These I'll just show you real quick because we've gotten them before as well. But these are a little bit of a harder treat. like this, where it's kind of like hard to break up. So it's something that you could break up, but it's gonna like fragment and get crumbs. So it's better to just keep it intact and use it as a reward treat or just a treat you give your dog. But that's the magic morsels. And then lastly, we have baked biscuits, lamb and cheddar recipe. So we've gotten these before as well. These are a little bit softer, as you can tell in the bag, and you can break these up, use them as different treat rewards, things like that. So that's what you got. So real quick, we'll review everything in this box. So first off, we have the baked recipe lamb and cheddar recipe treats. We have the magic morsels, which are the oatmeal treats. We have two treat sticks, which are the pumpkin honey recipe treat sticks. And then we have the 3 separate toys. We have the Hairwolf, which is this 2-layer play toy with the rubber that definitely squeaks. I'll give this to Charlie because he's waiting patiently, but that's what that one looks like. Here you go, boy. Good boy. Okay. Don't knock over the camera. Okay, then we have the Blood Chucker, which is this toy right here, which is this Dracula or bat-themed toy with the cape. Definitely squeaks as well. And that's what the squeaker sounds like. And I'll give that to him as well because he's waiting so patiently. And then lastly, we have the King Tug, which is this toy right here, which is a squeaker as well with canvas, which you can use as a fetch toy and things like that as well. Charlie just went after this toy after I squeaked it. So here you go. Good boy. Okay, so that's the 3 separate toys for the month, and those are the 2 treat bags and treat sticks. As always, if you're interested in signing up for Super Chewer, you can use the links below in the description for different discounts and promotions throughout the month. I update those throughout the month, so any of those are valid throughout the month if you want to sign up. And I'll definitely do a review next month, as always, on these toys for follow-up on how they work throughout the month. So thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe to my channel. Thanks a lot.